Welcome to SVG-TV News for Thursday, July 25th, 2024. I'm Jennifer Richardson with the details. The issue of continuing education for displaced students from Union Island was one of the main issues discussed during the first round of consultations held last night at the Methodist Church Hall with residents of Union Island. According to reports, the proposed plan for schooling on mainland St. Vincent was well received by most of the residents, with Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Saabs leading the consultations with several of his ministers. Engineer with the Ministry of Finance, Dimitri Samuel, assured the parents that all amenities will be provided for the students in the primary and secondary school.
Currently, we have 24-hour security, but we plan to even beef up the security to make this place more secure. Yes, we have each section have their own cafeteria. Right, so there is an existing major science lab on the compound. We have small equipment, but we're going to equip it along with new furniture. There's existing furniture, but we have new furniture for the students as well. Computer room, now we'll have to share one computer room amongst the three schools. But it's going to be a fully equipped, large enough computer room to house all the students. There will be some compromise because we are sharing one common space, but we'll try our best to separate each section. There is abundance of recreational space. Believe me, the kids are going to be truly happy in this location.
Speaking at the consultation, Minister of National Mobilization Kizal Peters gave her ministry's commitment to providing the necessary support to the children of Union Island for the new school term. Peters, who recently took up ministerial portfolio in the Ministry of National Mobilization, engaged concerned parents to sought clarification as it relates to financial and psychosocial support.
As it relates to school uniforms, and I spoke with my PS yesterday, and we are working on putting together that package so that we can go full force ahead to help you and your children prepare for the new school term that is upcoming. So rest assured that the Ministry of National Mobilization is here. We are working with you. If you have information, I am here at the end of the meeting. You can come and see me, and then we take it from there. I believe I have one or two members of the ministry as well who may be in the audience, and we will be here to assist you to get that information.
Meanwhile, several Union Island residents raised questions unrelated to schooling. Some expressed their concern with the consultation and relocation of students.
I think there should have been a little more consultation for people meeting their needs, because it's specific to them, hearing what they want. It's not just what we think they want, it's what they need. Because I have serious concern. This is July. School resumes in September. We could even resume later, but we have sufficient time that we could try and set up something, because these kids are very much traumatized, and moving them off the island to somewhere else. I'm from the Union Island, as I said, and I lived in St. Vincent. I attended school on the mainland, and it is not easy. And anyone who have been to school here in St. Vincent will tell you it is hard. It is hard. We are not treated fairly. We are bullied in school. They're called names and all of that. And for the kids to come here and to experience that, I think it's added pressure on them, notwithstanding the parents. Okay, the parents will be here. How are they going to rebuild if they're here?
Another resident said he's happy for the consultations, but worries that relocating students could destroy the Union Island culture and a generation of people.
I heard what the Prime Minister said and all the others. I understand the concerns, but there are a few things that I am also concerned about. The thing is that what makes us uniquely Unionites and makes us a little different than everywhere else in the country is our culture. And by taking or having our children come to St. Vincent for, of course, to be educated, I'm worried about that aspect of us being lost. We're not entirely sure how long they would have to stay. But what makes us unique, we may lose. In the food we eat, the things we do, how we speak, all these things are part of us that makes us unique. So being exposed to um, things on the mainland, that can change us and change Union Island forever.
The resident is hopeful that other suggestions would be entertained before a final decision is made.
There are some other options I hope that would be looked into. For example, if a cruise ship were to be able to be used, I do believe that the government is exploring that. But if it does happen, that would be even better, because a cruise ship can come and be outside in the harbor where persons would be able to live on board and they would have enough room. When you look at the population of Union Island, it's just about under 2,500 persons with just about maybe 820 households. That can work.
A second consultation was held in Clifton, Union Island today with the Prime Minister and some of his ministers. The Ministry of Housing is planning to construct duplexes to assist families from Union Island who were displaced by Hurricane Beryl, which struck just over 3 weeks ago. This initiative was announced by Minister of Housing and Informal Human Settlement, Orlando Brewster, after a question was asked during a consultation session led by Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves at the Methodist Church Hall last evening. Minister Brewster revealed that the duplexes will be built across St. Vincent and the Grenadines as part of efforts to aid those affected by the hurricane. The proposal aims to provide stable housing solutions for families who lost their homes due to the destructive impact of Hurricane Beryl.
Starting something new. In Lomans Bay, we did one-level duplexes, which would house 2 families. But now, because of the land issues, especially on Union Island, which is very small, as you know, in terms of land mass, we are proposing to do a 2-level duplex.
This measure underscores the government's commitment to supporting communities in recovering from natural disasters and ensuring that displaced families have access to safe and suitable living conditions. It is almost a month since 34-year-old freediver Richard Joachim, also known as Richie, has gone missing at sea. 2 other men reportedly last saw the Queens Drive resident off the coast of Bequia on June 28th. According to sister of the missing man, Sharifa Williams, Joachim went diving for fish with 2 other men. A missing persons report was subsequently made after the men reported that Joachim never resurfaced.
Well, I called them after someone who was on board told me my brother went down and never came back up. So I called the Coast Guard because the guy told me apparently they came and there was nobody on the boat that had a tank that could have dived to go look for my brother. So I called and I was quarreling a bit with the guy and asking him, if you got a distress call, how is it that you can go and not have a tank to look for my brother? And then he told me they were doing everything possible. But I know they won't, because I keep calling, nobody never called me, nobody gave me any information. I have to be the one calling. But on this situation, I think they need to do something better with the Coast Guard, because nobody went searching for my brother besides the people who were passing and decided to stop to assist the Coast Guard. When they heard it was my brother that was missing, they went into the ocean searching for my brother, but they never found him.
Williams is still hopeful that her brother is alive and that he would one day return home. She also questioned the Coast Guard's preparedness to respond to such an emergency.
How is it supposed to make me feel that my brother went doing what he loves doing and nobody went looking for him? It's like nobody cared. They brushed it under the mat. Up to this day, nobody contacted me. Nobody told me anything. I'm still wondering if my brother is there somewhere waiting to be found, whether it's his body, whatever. I'm still waiting and I'm still hoping that one day we would find him. How could you get a distress call and not walk with a tank to dive. How can you? I mean, I just think they should have put themselves in my shoe to say, you know, this is my brother, this is my uncle. I mean, it's somebody's son, it's somebody's brother, it's somebody's father. I'm just saying. So what they should have done is search a little harder for my brother. I have not contacted them because I'm still upset with the way that they dealt with the situation.
Joachim's sister is pleading for any information that would lead to closure or to further investigations. Fisheries officer attached to the Fisheries Division, Chimel Martin, says that the Villa Beach to Rockfort area has been identified as an area where unsustainable fishing practice is taking place and is reminding persons that the area is a marine conservation area.
Now this particular area, which is Villa Beach to Rockfort, was chosen because one, it is located in South Coast Marine Conservation Area, and this is the area that we want to build more stewards and advocates for. Secondly, we also have an overfishing or an unsustainable fishing practice within this area, which is no spear fishing. So one of the major rules in all of marine conservation area is the prohibition of spear fishing, and one of the major problems in this area is spear fishing. So this day was used to inform people about that unsustainable fishing practice as well.
As part of the beach and ocean cleanup, Martin says that one of the challenges in the ocean cleanup aspect was that some of the garbage had already integrated into the ecosystem. She further highlighted their future plans as it relates to keeping the ecosystem clean.
You can see in this picture, we had corals growing on this old engine. Over in the rest pictures, they have corals growing on the garbage and they have sponges growing on the garbage. So we decided to leave them there so that we don't disturb these marine organisms in their ecosystem. So our future plans, we do plan to continue our efforts to other beaches. We did notice a lot of debris on Indian Bay, and we hope to do another beach cleanup on Indian Bay to collect all that debris that the hurricane would have left.
World Oceans Day is observed on June 8th annually. 45 volunteers took part in the cleanup for World Oceans Day, geared towards conservation and the sustainable use of SVG's marine resources. The Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force has seized 3 additional illegal firearms and 35 rounds of ammunition in 5 days as they crack down on persons with illegal firearms. The men who were arrested and charged are Jamal Hutchins, a 33-year-old laborer from Beckway, Kezroy Williams, a 26-year-old laborer from Belair, and Orlando Bergen, a 40-year-old laborer from Lomans Leeward. The men appeared at the Serious Offences Court earlier this week to answer the charges. Hutchins of Beckway pleaded not guilty and was placed on $100,000 bail. Williams and Bergen pleaded guilty. Williams is to undergo a psychiatric evaluation pending sentencing, while Bergen was remanded to prison for 6 years. The arrests and charges come days after the police at a press conference indicated that they are intensifying efforts to eliminate illegal firearms from the streets of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The removal of firearms is being done through targeted operations.